Something unusual is moving through our solar system, and it's nothing like what scientists first told us. The object, officially named 3I Atlas, has traveled from far beyond the Sun's gravitational influence. At first, it was thought to be a comet, a frozen wanderer from another star, but the latest observations from the James Webb Space Telescope have revealed details that defy everything we know about how celestial bodies behave. Webb's powerful sensors captured a clear and stunning image of the object, and what they found has sent shockwaves through the scientific community. The object seems to operate outside the boundaries of classical physics, moving with a precision and structure that no natural object should possess. Its trajectory is too perfect, almost as though it were carefully engineered. This isn't a random visitor from the stars. This is something deliberate, something with a purpose. For years, a small group of astronomers quietly speculated that it might be more than just rock and ice. Now, with Webb's data, those suspicions are beginning to look alarmingly accurate. The James Webb Telescope was built to see the farthest reaches of the cosmos, to study galaxies born billions of years ago. But when its gaze turned inward toward this mysterious visitor in our own solar system, it recorded something that could rewrite our entire understanding of humanity's place in the universe. 3I Atlas is only the third known interstellar object to cross into our system, but it's already proving to be the strangest. When scientists first calculated its mass and size, the numbers didn't seem to fit with any known pattern. Webb's high-resolution instruments refined the estimates further, revealing that the object's diameter is over 3 miles wide, with a mass exceeding 70 trillion pounds. To put that in perspective, the first interstellar object, Oumuamua, was roughly the size of a football field, and the second was even smaller. For the third to be this enormous is statistically implausible. It's like seeing 2 grains of sand drift past, followed by a mountain. Such an escalation doesn't fit any known model of natural formation or distribution. It raises a disturbing question. What kind of cosmic process, or perhaps intelligence, could produce something like this? As breathtaking as its size may be, that was only the beginning of the mystery. The real revelation came from its strange behavior near the Sun. Normally, when a comet approaches a star, solar radiation causes the ice on its surface to vaporize, producing a glowing tail that always streams away from the Sun, pushed by the solar wind. But Webb's images showed that 3I Atlas defies this fundamental rule of physics. Instead of a tail pointing outward, it emits a long, narrow jet directed straight toward the Sun. The plume is tightly focused, 10 times longer than it is wide, and its direction makes no sense. It's as if smoke from a fire were blowing directly into the wind. The energy needed to create such a focused jet, pushing against solar radiation, would be immense. Even stranger, a faint traditional tail only appeared months later, almost as an afterthought. The jet remained the dominant feature, a powerful, coherent stream glowing defiantly toward our star. This phenomenon cannot be explained by any known natural process. Some scientists have begun to wonder whether the jet is not a byproduct at all, but a form of propulsion, a controlled emission that allows the object to maneuver through space. The mystery deepened when Webb analyzed the object's chemical composition using its advanced spectrographs. Every comet or asteroid ever observed follows a consistent recipe: frozen water, carbon dioxide, ammonia, and a few common volatiles. These are the ingredients of a naturally formed body, forged in the cold outer reaches of a solar system. But 3I Atlas didn't follow that recipe. Instead, it displayed a chemical fingerprint that looked engineered. Webb detected an extraordinary abundance of nickel, far exceeding the amount of iron, something that almost never happens in nature. In the heart of stars, iron is produced more readily than nickel. The reverse is virtually impossible. Yet on Earth, we deliberately create such high nickel materials to make alloys that are strong, heat-resistant, and corrosion-proof, precisely the kind of metals used in advanced aerospace technology. To find such a composition in a supposed comet is absurd. It's like sampling volcanic air and discovering it's made of refined fuel. As if that weren't enough, Webb also found that the object contains almost no water. Its plume consists mostly of carbon dioxide, a bizarre finding, since water ice is normally the driving force behind cometary activity. A comet without water is like an ocean without salt. Either this object formed in a uniquely dry environment that defies astrophysical models, or it was never a natural comet to begin with. Taken together, the data suggests something unnatural, an object that was constructed rather than born. But 3I Atlas wasn't done surprising scientists. When Webb studied how sunlight reflected off its surface, the results were unlike anything seen before. Typically, light that bounces off dust, rock, or ice becomes polarized in a predictable way. Every known planet, asteroid, and comet in our solar system follows that pattern. But 3I Atlas exhibited an extreme negative polarization. Light waves bending and twisting in ways that suggest a surface made of finely structured porous material, perhaps an intricate lattice or composite. This isn't a small deviation from the norm, it's a complete departure from everything we've observed. Whatever coats this object, it behaves nothing like natural rock or ice. It's almost as if it's wrapped in a layer of engineered material designed to scatter light in a particular way. This evidence, combined with its composition and behavior, points increasingly toward the possibility that 3I Atlas is not a simple traveler from another star, but something built with intention. If the physical data was astonishing, its path through the solar system was even more so. When scientists calculated its orbit, they found it followed a trajectory so precise that it almost seemed programmed. Normally, interstellar objects enter our system at random angles, moving on unpredictable paths. But 3I Atlas's route aligns almost perfectly within 5 degrees with the ecliptic plane, the flat path along which all major planets orbit the Sun. The odds of such alignment happening by chance are about 2 in 1,000. It's like tossing a dart from a mile away and hitting a moving target dead center. And that's not the only coincidence. The object's course brings it unusually close to several planets, Mars, Venus, and Jupiter, making what astronomers describe as a grand tour of the intersolar system. For a natural object, this is practically impossible. The probability of a random visitor threading a path that conveniently passes near multiple planets is less than 1 in 20,000. Yet this trajectory is ideal for a reconnaissance mission, allowing for data collection or the release of smaller probes that could use planetary gravity to redirect their paths. Even more unsettling, the direction from which 3I Atlas entered our system aligns closely within 9 degrees with the origin point of the famous 1977 WOW signal, the unexplained radio transmission once thought to be our best evidence of extraterrestrial communication. The odds of that alignment being mere coincidence are around 1 in 200. One anomaly might be chance, 2 might be luck, but a dozen statistically impossible coincidences begin to look like a pattern. As 3I Atlas speeds toward its closest approach to the Sun on October 29, 2025, the world watches in a mix of fascination and dread. Telescopes from every major observatory are locked onto its path, recording every flicker, every spectral shift, every unpredictable movement. Each new piece of data reinforces one unsettling truth. This is no ordinary comet. Its sheer size alone defies probability. But combined with its sun-facing jet, its metallic composition, and its laser-straight, mathematically perfect trajectory, the evidence builds toward a single, unnerving conclusion. 3I Atlas is not a random object born of chaos. It appears to be something constructed, something guided by intent. The implications of that idea are staggering. If 3I Atlas is artificial, then we may be witnessing the first undeniable evidence of extraterrestrial engineering. Not just a faint radio whisper from deep space, not an ambiguous signal or a fuzzy image, but a tangible artifact moving with purpose through our own backyard. For the first time in human history, the possibility of direct contact is not science fiction, but a potential reality playing out in real time. The line between imagination and discovery is blurring, and humanity is being forced to look at itself through a cosmic mirror. What if we are not the builders, but the ones being studied? Scientists, philosophers, and theorists alike have been drawing comparisons to the ancient legend of the Trojan horse, the deceptive gift that concealed a greater secret within. The myth feels eerily relevant today. In that story, an apparently harmless offering turned out to be a vehicle for invasion. Here, the gift comes in the form of a comet, a familiar, unthreatening shape, but one that behaves too intelligently to be natural. It's as though the universe has handed us a glittering messenger, and hidden inside may be technology, instruments, or something far beyond our comprehension. The idea sounds dramatic, even paranoid, but as data mounts, the Trojan comet hypothesis has begun to feel disturbingly plausible.
Consider the object's course. Its trajectory through the solar system is not chaotic but purposeful. It arcs past the Sun in a looping maneuver that brings it close to several key planets, Mars, Venus, and Jupiter, almost as if it were using them as markers or waypoints. Each flyby could serve a functional role, allowing the object to deploy smaller probes or to collect gravitational energy and redirect itself for further study. The precision is too great to be coincidence. Some orbital modelers have pointed out that the path mirrors the most efficient route a reconnaissance craft would take if it wanted to map or observe the inner solar system. These planetary encounters are timed with uncanny accuracy, each one occurring at a window that maximizes observational opportunity. To many experts, it looks less like a comet's drift and more like the planned itinerary of an intelligent survey mission. Its retrograde orbit only adds to the mystery. While every major planet circles the Sun in one shared direction, 3I Atlas moves the opposite way, upstream, against the cosmic current. This reversal is more than strange, it's strategic. A retrograde orbit would allow any potential deployed devices to intercept the planets head-on, granting them the best possible relative velocity and broadest coverage of the solar system. In essence, it's the kind of path an engineer might choose if the goal was to gather data efficiently across multiple worlds. The odds of such a route emerging from a random ejection in another star system are almost non-existent. For now, all we can do is wait. Humanity stands at a crossroads between science and wonder, skepticism and awe. The idea that something not of this earth could be moving purposefully through our neighborhood is both exhilarating and terrifying. If the evidence continues to align, the conclusion may be unavoidable. This is not a random comet, not a wandering rock, but a machine. Perhaps one that has been traveling for centuries, quietly crossing the gulf between stars. And if that's true, it raises questions that cut to the heart of our existence. Who made it? Why is it here? Is it observing, or is it reaching out? 7 independent anomalies, each nearly impossible on its own, now converge on a single object hurtling toward the Sun. The laws of probability suggest that coincidences can only go so far before they demand explanation. Maybe 3I Atlas is a natural marvel that defies understanding. Maybe it's something built by hands or minds beyond our own. Either way, its arrival marks a turning point. As the James Webb Space Telescope continues to study this cosmic intruder, we may soon learn whether we are alone in the universe or whether something has finally decided to introduce itself.